Hey, fam bam.
What's up?
So we hope everybody's doing well on today. And we are back with another video.
Did you just hit me?
I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Did you just hit me again?
That was intentional that time.
Yeah. We back with another video, but y'all might have to call them people on her because she keep abusing me.
Princess says hi, everybody. She won't look at the camera for real. She's not camera.
Yeah, she don't like the camera. She somehow know when it's on record.
She know when it's on. She won't look at it. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, go over there to your daddy. So you guys, today we want to talk about some of the extracurricular activities that we used to do when we were in school. Elementary, middle school, high school, whatever school. But you weren't blind in elementary school, right?
No, and I wasn't. Well, I was blind in 7th and 8th grade, but I ain't really. I guess I did and I didn't. Alright, we gonna talk about some of the things we did in school for recreational fun and recreational classes, like electives and stuff of that nature.
Yes.
The most thing I did when I was in middle school is I did like art. Instead of me having to do like art in the classroom, I used to have to
Girl, you a mess.
I used to have to like make things in the classroom. Like for instance, one time I had to make an airplane, but I had to make it out of cardboard. So I literally had to cut the cardboard and fold the cardboard over and then glue it into position. I wish I would have still had some of those things. I remember they all took a little time. They never came out like, oh, let me do this in one day. No. It was more so like I had to cut it, make sure it was right. Had to cut both sides of the plane, left and right. Then I had to cut like a cardboard to go over the middle of it to fold it over. It was a lot to do as far as making the plane. It wasn't just like, oh, let's just cut this cardboard. I had to kind of make it aerodynamic. I mean, I wasn't expecting the plane to fly or anything, but I had to cut it into format and then like make the propellers and all that stuff, the wings, and then I had to glue everything together. So it took me some time over the course of my, I think I was in like 7th grade when I did that. And I also had to I made a car, like a cardboard car and a cardboard house. Doggy, what you doing? Calm down. Everything I made, it was eventually had to be painted by someone else in the classroom, but I physically had to make these things, and I also used like clay. But that clay came later. In my 8th grade, we started using clay to make things. I think I made like a cup one time, and
I made a cup before.
An ashtray. I guess you can call it an ashtray. That's the only thing I thought it was good enough of. I made something else, but I can't remember what it was. But that was pretty much. That was my middle school. These Prince over here being bad today. That was pretty much my middle school experience with the arts and craft. And that's probably the most I did. I mean, I hung out in the band room in the middle school, but I didn't really do band until I got to high school, really. What did you do? But you know, you had that stuff since you was younger, so why don't you tell me some stuff you did?
Well, mostly I was more into choirs. Like my you know, growing up, my foster mom, she didn't really allow me to get into too much stuff, because she was just mean like that. But she did allow me to get in like the choir. And so growing up, I used to sing alto in the choir and stuff like that. And I used to have to be in the front because, you know, when the teacher is signaling and giving direction, I don't know what the heck is going on. So sometimes when I'm not in the front, I just kind of go off of what everybody else is doing. And some people had learned to read music. I never learned how to read music. Growing up, I never learned how, as a legally blind person, how to learn how to read music or to see music. I used to want to play the piano, but I guess I used to let my vision loss discourage me from doing a lot of things that I really wanted to do, like playing the piano. Like I said, you had to learn how to read music, and I couldn't do that. So
I fake it.
I just, I wasn't able to do it. I used to want to be into modern dance, but I was afraid because of placements. You gotta twirl here and run over here and spin around there, and you got to know your placements and stuff. And I'm like, no, I love it, but I just never saw myself really being able to be like really being able to function in modern dance or be successful in it or confident in it, because it's hard to see when you spinning and twirling and jumping, and that was just too much for me. But I did eventually get into modern dance. What was it? I think it was probably my 10th grade year or my 11th grade year, right before I left to move to, when I was leaving to move from Detroit to Monroe. I got into modern dance, and more so it was just the teaching. I learned how to do a couple little ballet moves, and in practice I was in the beginning stages of modern dance, so we didn't really do too much in the performance thing. But my one and only performance that I did get to do was tap dance. I learned how to do tap dance a little bit, and I was always in the front of the class, and I was able to kind of watch the teacher's feet and kind of see what she was doing. And she knew that she was a very good teacher, and she knew that I was legally blind, so she would really speak out exactly what she's doing. Like, you put your heel here, then you tap with your toe, then you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I learned one dance that we did, and so I was able
was it
to
the butterfly.
What?
I'm messing with you.
I was able to
was it the butterfly?
Get in and do some tap dance, and it was fun. And with the tap dance, we didn't have to move around too much. We pretty much stayed in our own space, so that was pretty good for me.
Was you fast at it?
I think I did pretty good. Like, some things that I wanted to do, I felt like I would be pretty good at it. But I used to let my vision hinder me, because I knew that I needed to be able to see certain things that I didn't think I would be able to see. Like, I used to be in marching band. Marching band was fun, and I was really good. I was a flag girl. So I was one of the girls that was twirling the flags. I was really good, and I learned so quick, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. But, on the marching band, you go out on the field, and you have all these different placements that you have to move to. Like, marching band, you marching around. So when we were learning how, like, we did a song, I had all the moves down. But on the field, it's like, okay, each person has a certain place where they're supposed to walk to or to march to. How we make how marching band, they make different formations on the field. And so for me, I was completely lost. I'm like, I don't even understand how these people know where they're supposed to go. Like, I had no idea. This part you step over twice. This part you walk up 3-4 steps. I had no idea. So I was good in practice and everything, but when it came to, like, going to band camp or just doing certain things, I just But I was a really good flag girl. Like, when we went, like, marching in parades and stuff, that was fun, because we didn't do formations there. We just marched, and did our flag thing. So I had fun with that. But I wanted to be a cheerleader. Heck no, that's not happening. I'm not about to try to catch nobody. I'm not about to, something. I did try, though. I did. I went to tryouts. I was very small, very limber, very flexible. And so I'm like, shoot, I could do that. I like to jump around and flip around and stuff like that. But realistically, most of this stuff have to do with placements. Walking here, walking there, do a cartwheel here, run over there. That's what really hindered me from doing a lot of extracurricular activities that I wanted to do. So I did not do cheerleading. I did get into modern dance, but once I left my school in Detroit and went to Monroe, they didn't have modern dance. So I didn't even get to continue that. And then, I got into marching band. Once I got out of that foster home, I said I'm doing everything that I wanted to do that I didn't get to do growing up. My last year and a half of high school.
I also got involved with marching band, but I didn't really go into the marching band of the part. I wasn't even involved in performances at the marching band.
What you do?
We helped with sometimes writing the music more so. I didn't do much in marching band. I just helped with sometimes with writing the music. And what I mean by that is he would give me and Terrence some music, and he would say he wanted us to learn it, and then he wanted us to translate it to somebody what we playing pretty much, what was played, and then they wrote it out into the format for the band.
Oh,
in that format, you know what I'm saying? So
that's
it wasn't like we wasn't in there marching, and we wasn't in there performing with the band or nothing like that. We was more so behind the scenes.
Man, marching band is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be in marching band when I was sighted. You know what I'm saying? I know what the experience is to be in a marching band. I've experienced that when I was in elementary school. I was in like a marching band. I went to elementary middle school in Detroit called Spain. It's a pretty popular middle school band, elementary school band. It was pretty popular, and we actually competed with high school level bands, even when I was elementary. That's how good the band was there. It was a really good marching band there. But that experience, you know what I'm saying, was the only experience I had as far as being out there with the band. In high school, we more so played the backfield, you know what I'm saying, played the background and helped with the arrangements and that stuff of that nature as far as the music goes.
So what you do in elementary school band?
I played the trombone.
Oh, all right.
One time I played the trombone. I think I did do some band work in middle school. Now that I think about it, after I lost my sight, I did learn how to play the snare drum. But we wasn't a marching band. We was more so a performance band. And Remus Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we did. And as far as so I learned how to play the snare. I played the snare drum. I think that was like my 8th grade year. But I didn't get back into doing marching band until like helping out the marching band until like my 11th grade year, and more so my 12th grade year, because I was just picking up a class to fill in space pretty much. And I also maybe 10th, 11th, and 12th grade I did swimming. At the school, we had a special teacher that came out to assist with the people who had an impairment of some sort.
What was his name? Mr. Cracker.
Mr. Crackioli.
Crackioli, yeah. They used to make fun of his name.
Crack!
Mr. Crackioli, man.
That crack! Yeah, but I already knew how to swim though, because when I was younger, I did like some junior lifeguarding classes. So I already knew how to swim. Everything, my experiences pretty much stem from what I could see, because when I was younger, I did Boy Scouts. In Boy Scouts, we did junior lifeguarding classes.
Oh, I used to want to be in Girl Scouts.
So I had got my little junior lifeguard badge when I was younger from Boy Scout. That's one of the biggest things I can remember. And I learned how to tie knots. Some only 2 things I can say I maintained from being a Boy Scout. Speaking of Boy Scout, it's Girl Scout season. I gotta order some cookies. So.
Sure do.
Yeah, I like Girl Scout cookies. I swear Girl Scout cookies be the best. I need to order me like 5 boxes of them Do-si-dos.
And I love them Thin Mint ones.
Them Do-si-dos, them boys be the truth. Matter of fact, once I get done with this video, shout out to the Girl Scouts. I gotta go.
Shout out.
I gotta go find my local troop and order me some cookies, because I need some cookies in my life.
Ahead, doggy. Sorry, y'all.
however the case may be. And so when I learned how to swim, it was not learn how to swim. When I got back into swimming, it was so more so learning how to swim as a person who has sight to know when I'm about to hit the wall, know how to swim at the right temperature, but the right speed.
Speed, yeah.
So I wouldn't smash my head, head first into the wall. And they didn't have the system set up like they had at Gold Ball. At Gold Ball, they had the system set up where once you got close to the wall, they sprayed your back with like this sprayer. And that's when you knew it was time to flip over and turn around.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I never knew that.
In high school, when we were swimming, it was just a matter of knowing how to swim at the, and judge how to stroke. And so your arm hit the wall first for your head. And it was like, okay, time to turn around.
Yeah.
You couldn't do no flip right then and there, but in sports camp, they sprayed your back so you could had time to do the little flip turn around, push off the wall, boom, and go back up. Because it was like, we was racing that speed, you know what I'm saying? It was actually like 100 meter, whatever they call it, 200 meters, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like, free swimming. No, it was actually like you had to go out there and swim for real. Like they had different competitions. And so high school, pretty much, the swimming part of it taught me how to learn how to swim as a blind person. I already knew how to swim. I love swimming.
Yeah, we love going swimming, man.
Some people do. Some people don't be wanting my hair. Like, girls, I don't know why I want to swim. You always worry about your hair.
I like going swimming, though, but I don't want to get my hair wet.
Yeah,
I mean, dang.
It ain't swimming if you ain't going underwater. That's the way I look at it.
Well, I be trying to get the best swim caps so I can go underwater, but I still have to find one that really, really works really good.
If y'all got some suggestions, let her know. But yeah, and also in high school we it wasn't an official class, but I guess it might have been almost like an official class. So we did take an hour out the day sometimes to go and practice goal ball.
Goal ball.
We practiced in the dance room. They would transform the dance room into a small goal ball field. Like a goal ball field itself,
man,
it's the length of a basketball field.
Yeah.
I mean basketball court. I said field.
So we practiced a lot in the gym too.
We did sometimes.
Like if we did it like on the weekends, if we had practice, we would practice in the gym. That
was mainly when we used to go over like Cody, right? I don't think we ever practiced at Osborne gym. I know we used to go to this recreational center too sometimes to practice too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I explained to y'all what goal ball was before in another video. I'm not sure which video it is, but I'm sure I can find it. I think it might have been like what we do for recreational fun or did for recreational fun outside of school. Goal ball was one of the big things that I did.
Mm-hmm. So, but I still, when I went to high school, I was in like 3 different choirs. Like when I got out of that foster home and went into another place where I had more freedom, I got into everything. I was in like 3 different choirs. I was in concert choir, I was in women's choir, and then I was in regular mixed choir.
Too much choir.
I was, and then I was in marching band, of course, and then I was in ROTC. I really liked ROTC. Most of us really just liked ROTC because, the uniform that we get to wear and all the commands that we had to follow and stuff like that. And yes, sir, and yes, chief, and all that stuff. And then outside of ROTC, I was on the drill team. So yeah, we were doing that left face, right face, about face, and learning those drills and stuff. And we actually went to a couple competitions, so that was fun too. And what else? Oh, I was in the Black History Club. That was pretty cool. We did a lot of Black History stuff, and we went on outings. That was like an after school thing, and then drill team was after school too. But it was cool because we got to drill with the guns. You know how they got the shotguns, and you twirl it, and when they give you certain commands, you know how to hold your gun, where to put the gun, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
I think we had something like that in middle school toward the end of my in 8th grade. 'Cause I remember having to learn like all that left face, right face, about face. And I remember having to dress in a uniform certain days a week. But it wasn't called ROTC. I think it was called something different at the time. And I think ROTC is what they call it in high school. I think they called it something different in middle school. But I cannot recall what it was called. But it was like ROTC Junior, pretty much. It was, like, I guess getting you prepped for ROTC, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know what it's called, but I know.
But the one we were in, it was called Junior. It's like NJROTC. So it's kind of like,
that might have been what it was called. I don't know. But I don't know. ROTC is in high school, though, so I don't know why y'all doing like junior. That's weird.
That's why I don't know, because I don't remember having no ROTC in middle school. But maybe they did.
They had something like ROTC in middle school. I don't remember what it was called, but it was something like that. Because I remember doing it in my 8th grade year.
Well, ours was Navy, so ours was Naval Junior. That's what NJ mean, Naval Junior ROTC. But it was fun. We was Navy. Osborne was Army.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get involved with it.
I wasn't in it at Osborne, but I used to see him all the time.
See, who is him?
I said them.
You said him.
I said I used to see him all the time.
She said him. Who was him?
I did not say him.
Let me find out.
Let him be lying.
Let me find out.
Anyway, nobody.
I'm about to hop in my DeLorean and go back in time.
I was in Naval ROTC. I didn't even know you. You didn't even know me. We didn't even like each other.
It don't matter. It's the principal.
No, it ain't no principal back then. And you was in a relationship.
It don't matter. It's the principal.
Yes, it does. Yes, it matters. I was living my life. So anyway. That
was one of the songs we had to do, speaking of that song.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I had fun. My 11th and 12th grade year, man, I was doing everything. Everything that I missed out on in life, I was doing it in high school. I even worked in the attendance office. I was doing everything. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you do?
Nothing I could think of right now. I think I did work in some office at one point in time, but it wasn't on like a long time. It was like a 2-3 week period, like a quick thing.
I used to go around to all the classrooms. Well, not all of them, because the school was real big, of course. So they give you certain areas where you go to each classroom and collect the attendance sheets after the teachers take attendance.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yep, that's what I used to do.
I tried to do like French in middle school too, but I never got into it.
I thought about it.
I never got into it. It was a little bit overwhelming, and I kind of wish I would have taken foreign language in school. Maybe.
Me too. I was gonna do Spanish, but I dropped it.
Yeah, I wanted to do Spanish too, but I didn't ever do it. I never did it. In middle school, it was like we had French for a minute. I did it enough so I get them fake French dollars they used to give us in middle school, and used to be able to buy stuff from the cafeteria with it. That was pretty much my.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
That's when they used, I guess, France used to use the franc system, because that's what we had, fake francs.
Mm.
But they brought real food out the cafeteria, so that's all that mattered to me.
That's all that mattered. Wow.
But yeah, let us know what y'all did, and if you haven't done it already, make sure you click that subscribe button and like, and please leave a comment.
Please do. And share with your family and friends, or
share with your family, your friends, your enemies,
people you know.
Anybody you know. If your dog can click it, tick it, whatever
Like
the
if
case.
you know some visually impaired people, like that'd be awesome if you could share with them so they can, check in with us and be a part of the fam.
But let us know what kind of stuff you know. Even the sighted people, we want y'all to answer. Excuse me, the people with vision.
Yeah,
I was told the other day that people who have vision don't like to be called sighties.
Who says sighties? Where'd that come from?
I mean, that's just what we say sometimes in the blind group,
I've never heard of sighties before. That sounds crazy.
That
sounds crazy.
However the case, I was told that people who have sight don't like to be called a sighty. You know what I'm saying? But,
I don't blame them. That sounds crazy.
I mean, it's a sighty. It's a
no,
sighty.
it make them sound foreign or something. I don't like that.
Okay, people with sight or vision, let us know what y'all did. in elementary school, middle school, high school as part of your recreational things that y'all did. And what's wrong?
I'm sorry, y'all. Keep on talking, Trey.
However the case may be. And we'll get back with y'all. And if you're a new subscriber, just comment new subscriber, and we'll definitely make sure it responds to you. And like she said, share it with your people. If you know any visually impaired people, share it with them. If you know any visually impaired groups, share it with them. And pretty much, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, because we're growing, y'all. Shout out to all the new subscribers as well. Thank you guys for joining us and being part of the fam. We appreciate you, and we love you, and we want to see you in them comments so that we can know you and get to know you and, you know, be able to discuss some things, you know. So just holler at us.
Help us get our comments up, you know what I'm saying? We got 959, 50-something subscribers.
We almost at that 1,000 mark, y'all.
I need to see at least 20 to 30 comments on these videos.
Come on.
Come on. Roll with the fam, you know what I'm saying?
Roll with the fam.
Roll with the fam.
So yeah, pretty much in closing though, we didn't let our visual impairment stop us from doing things that we know we wanted to do or that we thought we could do. So it don't have to be a boring life for people, for, you know, any young people that might come across this video. We encourage you to go ahead and get out there and do it. Do what you want to do. Join those clubs. Join those teams. You know.
Challenge life. Don't let life challenge you.
That's right. I like that. That's a word. Don't let life challenge you. You take life by the horns. You live it.
Well.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we love you. And we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.